everybody, welcome back. I just finished doing kind of this natural look. If you want to see how I did this, stick around. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to use again the Ageless Skin Hydrating Serum from Skin Scripts. Just all over my face. And actually, even though I typically, if I'm doing like a lot of eye makeup or a darker look, I always say that I don't do my face makeup first, but since I'm not planning on doing a really dark look today, I am gonna do it first, just to make it a little easier for me. I think that's easier. And I've totally got that nice gap going on. I was like kind of complaining about that little fan in my lash extensions that was like turning the wrong way. Well, now it's completely gone. So I have a nice little gap in my extensions. No judgment. So after that has set in a little, I'm gonna go in with Makeup Forever Step 1. I'm totally in the market for some new products to use along with my primer and things to put on beforehand. Oh, lash in my eye. Oh, ow. Anyways, I'm in the market for some new products to use before my primer, again, to really help with hydration. So if you have any that you love, I would love to hear about them. So please drop in the comments any recommendations you have, because that would be greatly appreciated. Okay. And I'm actually going to be pairing my Born This Way with a little bit of Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream from Bare Minerals. The color I use it in is Vanilla. I am going to put on both with the Beauty Blender, starting with, oh, I should probably get the Beauty Blender out. Starting with the Bare Minerals Hydrating Cream. I'm hoping that this will limit how much of the snow I have to put on, and then I won't have to look so white, because it's a little ridiculous. I think that helped just to even out my skin tone a little bit so that I won't have to go so crazy with the snow color. So I'm even just gonna do tiny, tiny pumps for each section. Like literally that much. And doing it this way, I get to hold on to more of my foundation, and really my Too Faced by far is like my favorite foundation. So I'm happy to spread it out a little thinner that way. Let's get out the Lock-It powder in translucent. Going in with my Luxe 524T. Okay. Really what I think we've come up with is a good, like, light to medium coverage application of those two products, which I'm really liking. So I've decided that I'm gonna make that chocolate Soleil part of my everyday routine for sure, especially while I'm finding a good balance between those two products to keep my skin looking a little more warm. So taking that Milk Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced, I'm gonna use with the Too Faced. It is a Luxie Precision Foundation brush, but since it's pretty puffy and flowy, I'm not too concerned with the fact that it's a foundation brush, and I'm still gonna use it all over my face. You don't want it really, really pigmented. You just wanna use it really light all over. Okay, so once we've done that, let's do our Shape Tape from Tarte. And we're only gonna use that pointed part of the Beauty Blender for under our eye. Now, in the spirit of using a few new products in the videos, because I feel like I've been using kind of the same ones in a lot of them, I'm actually going to be doing my highlighting and contouring using a different product, which is like crazy for me to say because you know how I feel about my Tarte Pro Glow. But I am still going to use what I think are great products. But, oops. but I just want to sort of diversify a little, try a few new things. So we're going to be using a few different products to create what I kind of create in that one palette with Tarte Pro Glow, which is why I really love it, because it's like the perfect one product to use. Okay, first thing I am going to bring out is the Tarte Pro Glow. It's the liquid highlighter, almost not there. I'm just gonna blend it right at the bottom of my cheekbones, going up into the hairline. It's really nice. Okay, but because it does have sort of a bronze tint to it, I'm not gonna use that on the other areas that I would like typically highlight. We're just gonna be doing regular highlighting then with, I'm going to use the sample I got of Urban Decay Afterglow, the powder highlighter. And for this, I'm gonna use that Lisa Frank contouring brush that I've done in my last video. I'm gonna spritz it off real quick. So when you don't have a paper towel, your hand will work just fine. All right, so I'm just gonna take this highlighter powder, really get it all over the brush and work it into where I typically highlight. That is nice. Okay, now for our contouring, I'm actually going to be using my Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. It's a bronzer. And I'm gonna get that contour brush, that Lisa Frank one we were just using again, and just going to swirl it in there. Let's get a little on it and really just take it right along the cheekbone into the hairline. It should sit well on top of that Tarte Liquid Pro Glow. Fancy. Just really gonna buff it into the hairline. And then I need a smaller brush for my nose. This is called my itch brush. Ooh, itchy. So I'm just using one of my smallest buffing brushes to contour my nose with that same bronzer. You always want your nose to look the most natural of your contour spots. Okay. That was like the easiest face application ever, I feel like. Okay, so for eyes, can't find one damn thing. Okay, so for our lids, we're gonna of course be using our Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm gonna use just a regular blending brush, my white e.l.f. blending brush from e.l.f., excuse me. And I'm only just barely swiping it under my eyes. I am gonna go in with Malt, this kind of older shade by MAC, like all over the place here. And I'm gonna use this incredibly old brush. I can't even tell you who it's from. It's probably also not like the cleanest, which is gross. But it's because it's the fluffiest and I think it's gonna be the best for all over color. So this is gonna go eyelid, through the crease, up, not all the way up to the brow bone because we wanna keep a good highlight there. Perfect. Okay, so for the darker crease color, well, kind of like crease color, it's still gonna be mostly on our eyes, but just kind of using like a tapered blending brush. We really wanna just do it pretty lightly, and I'm gonna be using Fashion Fix from MAC. Okay, kind of like a grayish smoky color. I really like it. Just really gonna brush that, not being super precise. Okay, and that's like literally all I'm doing for the top of my eyes. The only thing I'm gonna do now is put that now on the bottom of my lids, but I'm gonna use a slightly smaller brush to do that. Okay, I'm actually just gonna use this e.l.f. kind of flattened smaller brush just to get right under that area. I'm gonna build it in first with that Malt. You can take that right from the outer corner to the inner corner. And then I'm gonna use Royal and Langnickel's medium eye shader. Hopefully you see that. And that's what I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna do the Fashion Fix with that, but I'm not going super far in, only like maybe halfway. Now, I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lid, and all I'm gonna use for that is Mad Lash by The Balm because I really like their curved brush. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna do my brows and I'll meet you after for lips. Okay, so the only other thing that I did off camera, and I'm sorry, is I used my Fake Awake by Tarte. I popped that into the waterline on my lower lid. Sorry guys, I have like itching in my nose all the time. It just looks like I'm like picking it. Now let's do our lips. Oh, and of course all I used for my brows was Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit and an angled brush, per usual. All right, I want to do this color. I think, oh my gosh, these colors don't, the only complaints I have about these cream lip stains that are at Sephora is that they don't have the color at the bottom of them. So I know a couple of the colors that I bought, and I think this one is like pink tea or something like that. But anyways, I have a bunch of their colors and I really like them. So I'm going to, as usual, just kind of line the bottom and smudge that in a little bit. Oh, and I'm just using my Sephora Pro Angled Lip Brush. Okay, so I've transferred the color, kind of smushed my lips together and transferred the color to the top. Now I'm going to go and line my lips just until I get up to Cupid's bow. Okay, and when I'm doing lighter colors like this, I don't like to overly line my Cupid's bow. I really kind of just take the product I have left on my brush and round that area of my lips, and I just kind of shape it the way I want into the Cupid's bow. And I don't do an overly arched Cupid's bow because it makes them look more plump. So I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Oh, I've been asked to address whether or not my lips are real. My lips are real. It's very sweet of you because I don't think I have overly plump lips, but I will take that question as a compliment. All right, so that is the completed look. God, it felt like a really easy one today, which is totally necessary every once in a while. I can't do crazy makeup all the time. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe. I should have a little button down here appearing soon, making it easy for you. And don't forget to stick around for pictures. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.